many accolades, so many attributes, so much love for that legend.
Tri-State Wrestling superstar.
Long Island's own Mrs. Foley's baby boy. A god of this, on the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling, on the Mount Rushmore of deathmatch wrestling.
You think about the pioneers of the violent style of wrestling here in the Northeast. Eddie Gilbert versus Cactus Jack for TWA. Put it all on the map, and it's spiraled now to GCW. Mick Foley is here.
What a moment. What a time to be alive.
I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Some of you... Thank you. As I was walking down that aisle, when I heard that music and you guys popped, as soon as I heard that response, my first thought was, I wish my kids were here, especially my 20-year-old, because they've seen the videos, they've been on hand for some big matches, but the response that you guys just gave me, it's one of those things I'll never forget. When people ask me what one of the greatest moments of my life was, greatest response, I don't point to WrestleManias or pay-per-views. I point to my final match with ECW with Mikey Whipwreck, because the response caught me by surprise. It blew me away. That's exactly how I feel tonight. Can I brag about something for 1 second? I met Thunder Rosa tonight. The true women's hardcore legend. Might as well start my own angles while I'm in the ring here. Listen, you guys know I did a lot of the wild stuff in my career. It's not for everyone, right?
Thank you, Foley. Thank you, Foley. Thank you, Foley. Thank you, Foley.
But while I was doing that crazy stuff in Japan and elsewhere with Terry Funk and ECW around the world, there were people who referred to what we did as garbage wrestling. To which I say, one man's garbage is another man's art. And I believe in the art of hardcore wrestling. I believe in the soul of deathmatch wrestling. And I do believe that there are times when you save up your special moves for the best possible moment. And since I don't wrestle anymore, sometimes I have to save up the most special words for the most important moment. And so I want you all to listen. Let's have it completely silent. Zoom in if you can. From the bottom of my heart, fuck Matt Cardona. I know you guys are waiting to see the main event, and this is insane. This is insane how big this is. I got to tell you, I had to put on the fanny pack because when this stuff started coming out, I had the makings of a little Foley hard-on going. So once we introduce our combatants, I'm going to go over there and join KG and Prazak. We're going to call the hell out of this thing. I just want to thank you all for being here. So you and I, can bear witness to history. Have a nice day.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Wow, we're going to make history with Mick Foley, who, as he stated, he'll be joining Prazak and KG on the call. He'll be presenting the title to the winner of this match, and he is a god of hardcore wrestling, extreme wrestling, deathmatch wrestling. You are our hero, Mick Foley, now and forever.
And look at all of the weapons, all of the plunder, all of the glass, the light tubes. That now the King, Nick Gage, will be able to put to use against John Moxley with the GCW World Championship on the line.
If you thought Mick Foley was happy about meeting Thunder Rosa, wait until Mick Foley experiences his first Nick Gage entrance. Both are very popular amongst the fans.
Yes, they are.
What a time, Dave Prazak. What a time to be a part of this. Just like Dewey Donovan is a part of this. Do the do with Dewey Donovan. Here comes the King. Look out.
He almost knocked over Dewey. Nick Gage.
Keep your eyes on Nick Gage if you can, as he tries to cut through this crowd. This is absolute madness. This is Game Changer Wrestling, and this is the King, Nick Gage, trying to head back to the ring to get what he feels is rightfully his.
And we've seen some crazy Nick Gage entrances fighting through his own fans just to make it to the ring. Imagine when we don't have the capacity limits of the showboat. When we don't have a capacity limit, like at the Melrose Ballroom, when we're at the Hammerstein, and you can put over 2,000 people, 2,500 people in that building. Join us. Be a part of the action. January 23rd in New York City. Mark your calendars. Travel. Be a part of history.
Yes, it's all possible with your support. Just soak this in for a minute. This is independent wrestling in the year of 2021. This is what happens when you give the fans what they want. This is what happens when the fans support the product that they love. It's sold out buildings, it's unforgettable memories, and oh, what a time it's going to be at the Hammerstein Ballroom. Hammerstein, call it how you want to call it.
It's an iconic venue for professional wrestling in New York City. It's the place for GCW. That's where you take the next step up. And stepping up on the chair for his fans here. He does it for these people, for the members of the MDK gang. That's why Nick Gage participates in pro wrestling here in 2021.
Time marches on for the King, Nick Gage, for whom the bell tolls. It's his fallen brother. It's his homie 2-6. It's everyone in that MDK gang. Call it what it is. It's a gang. All the talking, all the video packages. And by the way, if you haven't seen The Road to Mox versus Gage, which is available free on YouTube and was put together by the masterminds, Sick Nick Mondo, do yourself a favor and check that out to see how we got here today.
Oh, they're stabbing the... Oh, that's a pizza cutter on a stuffed animal. What is wrong with these people?
I know there was one major wrestling company that merchandised a lot of teddy bears. That could possibly be a Mox branded bear, maybe?
Oh, perhaps.
Or it's just a teddy bear being stamped with a box cutter. Look at...
Oh, these sick people.
Their sickness is their love of Nick Gage.
Man.
The virus that burns through their bloodstreams is MDK, that murder, death, kill gang. And the king is home, the king is here, and the king is getting to maybe handle some unfinished business. We'll see how this all ends up, because it's not the first time that Nick Gage and Mox have tangled. But for all we know, Dave Prazak, it could be the last time.
He wants that championship back around his waist. Already got some broken tubes just stepping into the ring.
The
What
challenger.
An ovation for Nick Gage.
The challenger has arrived in the ring. And he wants what he feels is his property. Nick Gage and Mick Foley together. What a moment. You got someone like Nick Gage, who's got no wife at home, no kids at home, no contract at home, nothing to lose. Here's a guy with everything to lose. A beautiful and talented wife at home, a beautiful young baby at home, a high-dollar, lucrative wrestling contract at home. Why is Jon Moxley here? Because he chooses to be here.
Because he can.
Yeah, because he can and because he wants to. Because he wants to know, at the end of the day, who's tougher. Who's gonna win in a death match?
I've heard so many wrestling fans. Why is Jon Moxley in GCW? Because he can. Because he does what he wants to. Because he likes to fight. And he loves the competition. And this is where Nick Gage is.
100%. This is where Nick Gage lives. At times it could be where Nick Gage dies, in and around that ring area. It's happened before. Mox does not seem impressed. Mox has been around the world several dozen times. He's seen it all. He's done it all. But I don't know if he's ready for the 2021 Nick Gage experience. Well, I'll never forget, Dave Prazak. We were at spring break down in Florida, and when Jon Moxley entered that ring after Nick Gage destroyed Ricky Shane Page, it was otherworldly. It was like nothing I've ever witnessed in wrestling.
And then it was the same situation, otherworldly, like nothing you've ever witnessed in Chicago at the end of the Art of War Games. When he put down Matt Cardona and ended that embarrassment of a championship reign to become Game Changer Wrestling World Champion.
Let's not forget, Mox also showed up in his hometown, Las Vegas, to bring the drama and violence to Gage, but now it's all even, Dave Prazak. Two competitors, one death match, one Hall of Famer. What's going to happen next, TJ and friends? Shout out to TJ and friends. Shout out to Mick Foley, showing you why we're here.
He's going to present that championship to the winner of this contest. Jon Moxley, Nick Gage, for the GCW World Championship, live here from the Showboat in Atlantic City.
Use the hashtag Mox versus Gage and tell your friends you can buy the show right now. Get unlimited replays.
All the fucking gang at?
They're right here. Super No Vacancy.
Where is Nick Gage's gang at? That is the question.
This is your main event of the evening. This match, one fall for the Game Changer Wrestling World Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, a senior GCW official, Mr. Chris Levin. Introducing first to my right, he is the challenger. Accompanied to ringside by Dewey Donovan. Fighting out of National Park, New Jersey. With an official weight of 207 pounds. Representing that murder, death, kill gang. Representing for all his boys locked in the fucking cell, Eastern Bloc. Representing the motherfucking Hate Club. Rest in peace, Big Nate Hatred, and rest in peace, his brother, Justice Payne. And you know what it is. It's MDK! All fucking day! The man, the king, the fucking god of this shit, Mick fucking Gage! And his opponent to my left, fighting out of Cincinnati, Ohio, with an official weight of 228 pounds. He is the current, reigning, defending, Game Changer Wrestling World Champion, John Oaks.
Oh, God! Before MLJ could even get the champion's name out, a bundle of tubes busted over the head of John Moxley. And joining Kevin Gill and I on commentary right now, the legend Mick Foley.
I'm a little bit stunned here. A little bit stunned. Moxley feels his own blood and he likes it.
People ask the question, is Moxley willing to go all the way? I think the question is answered. I never had a doubt about Moxley. Oh my God.
Retaliates with a bundle of his own over the head of Nick Gage.
Just speaking for experience, KJ, I know that when I came back and was in big matches, I needed that jolt to put me into an alternate reality. I think that Nick Gage may have actually done Mox a favor here.
Absolutely.
Both men busted open. And it's John Moxley connected with the forearm. Off the ropes he comes, gets met by Gage. Gage elevated. Oh, the glass! God. Through the glass and the barbed wire covered door on the floor.
You saw the angle. Let's take a look at the replay, Mick, if we have a chance. That was absolutely insane. Take a look.
Big forearm there from Nick Gage.
But this is the part to watch. Gage, velocity spinning out of control, that knee buckling underneath.
No joke, had to fall down the stairs, same position, hurt me badly. This is the last thing you'd expect in a deathmatch environment, but I would keep an eye on that knee.
Got to wonder if maybe Moxley will realize it and target that body part.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see.
Look, that's what you do in regular wrestling.
Time will tell.
He's got a bloodlust, Moxley. He's not doing this for his health. He's doing it against the better wishes of the people he ordinarily works for. He's here because he loves it.
And the person he's married to as well.
Renee can't be enjoying this at all.
No.
Let me say hello to her.
Hello,
if
Renee.
she's there watching or listening. Hello, Renee.
Maybe she listens to the shows.
I'm
Maybe that's how she
praying
feels.
for your husband here.
Wait a second.
Moxley brought the pizza cutter to the ring himself.
You know, we all know in the past, and you heard about it on Dark Side of the Ring, Nick Gage tried to cut the tongue out of Moxley's mouth. He came about this close to doing it.
But here's the thing, KG and Dave. He talked about it lovingly.
Yeah.
You could tell that he longed for those moments, and that's a big reason why I believe he's back here in this environment.
Well, I think right now he's longing for some revenge. He wants to take Gage's tongue. Oh, God.
Man.
First
Right
he's going
across
to cut
the
his head.
forehead.
Now, Nick, Mick, you've cut some pizzas in your time, but I would imagine you have not cut anyone's forehead flesh.
We were back with the shredders in our day.
Yeah.
We shredded flesh. We didn't use the cutter. That's upping the ante just a little bit.
This is unreal. Jon Moxley, the Game Changer Wrestling Champion of the world, is fighting Nick Gage in a death match. Is he going for the... Oh, God, he's still cutting the head.
Just draped across that second rope and slicing the forehead.
Oh, God, getting
Down on the
close.
bridge of the nose.
Oh, man.
He loves it, man.
Oh, God, he's kissing it.
Oh! This just brings back so many great memories of my own.
He's making snow angels in broken glass.
He loves this. Why is Jon Moxley here? Because he wants to be. Because he can be.
Loving husband, doting father, sick mother blanker.
Yes, indeed.
You can be all these things.
Well spoken, Mick. You are known yourself as a very multifaceted individual.
You know, there's a side. I remember D. Snyder asking me, called me up one time. He said, Mick, did all the crazy things you did it make it easier to embrace that gentler side of yourself? I said, yeah, I think it did. He goes, yeah, me too. Thanks a lot. He hung up. I think Mox being civilized, being married to a wonderful woman, having a beautiful child, has only enhanced that sadistic, sick part of him.
Absolutely. Because it's the contrast. If you know what that peace and love and serenity is like,
Exactly.
You can really turn up the volume on the violence, the bloodshed.
Oh, man. Baseball slide into the tubes, into Moxley. Sending him down on the floor now.
No snow angels for Moxley at this time.
Not right now.
It has been said that Moxley has everything to lose. Nick Gage doesn't have anything to lose. I disagree. I don't think that Moxley can live with himself if he goes back to the land of AEW Japan without that title around his waist.
Amen.
I think a big part of himself will be missing.
And it's part of the mystique. Jon Moxley is a badass man, a bad mofo, if you will. For him to lose on a stage this large, you know what I mean? That's something that's going to eat away at him.
A guy like Moxley does not need a title to define himself, but once you have that title and lose it, you're losing a piece of yourself.
Every place that he competes, he's there for a reason.
And now Moxley's leaving some better parts of himself in DNA form all over that steel chair.
Fan participation.
This is absolutely crazy. These guys have met before. This isn't the first time. It goes back to 2010. They had a series of matches. And I'm getting lost in the sauce here watching this go through the crowd.
And this goes back to what I said earlier about how you could tell when Moxley spoke of those days, he did so longingly and lovingly.
Oh, yeah. 7 matches in total. All of them had violent stipulations. Mox came away with 4 wins in total. Gage came away with 3 wins in total. In a sense, this is the rubber match, if you will, if you consider the history of it.
And right now it is Nick Gage in control. Got a running start there, connected with the head of Moxley, who's trying to bring himself back together with a bottle of water down on the floor.
Dry mouth can be your worst enemy when you're out there on the floor, especially in a match like this.
And, you know, when we talk about the history of these guys, when Mox and Gage were doing battle in the past, it was Nick Gage who was all about the death match, just like he is now. But at that time, Mox was all about their traditional wrestling. In this case, obviously, Mox fully embraced the death match. Gage, the king of the death match. And here we are, guys.
Back inside the ring now. Off comes the jacket of Moxley. Spine buster in the glass. Calling for a barbed wire board to be brought inside.
And Nick's gang immediately complies. The roar of the crowd.
Going back to 1996, it was the fluorescent light tubes that felled The Undertaker. Not that day at SummerSlam. When he came to the ring 2 or 3 days later in Puerto Rico, I wrote it in my book. He literally looked like a dead man. He's gotten the best of many a great competitor.
Good Lord, the rotation on that. That shows you what a sick bastard Moxley is. He twerked and tweaked the body, the alignment there of Gage. So Gage came down head
hitting
first.
it with a spinning motion.
Oh my God,
So
which tears.
Instead of sticking, it sticks and tears. A method to his madness.
And the referee just trying to free Nick Gage from the barbed wire here.
He's got the clippers for good reason.
Oh God, he's going to...
Grabbing hold of those clippers.
He's going to cut Gage out of the barbed wire so we can hurt him some more.
Cutting some barbed wire free to utilize as a weapon.
I am a big fan of utilizing the wire. I am a big fan of it. Wrapping it around that fist. Love it.
Looks like you can see Mox's wedding ring there amongst the barbs.
Just wrapped right around that fist. Waiting for Gage to get back up. He's going to pull him into position for each
Jesus.
shot. Just working him over with the barbed wire.
Mox has been waiting for this moment for over 10 years. The opportunity to get ultra-violent with Nick Gage. And as much as Moxley loved having his tongue cut out when he talked about it on television, I have a feeling he may not be too happy about it when he eats, when he tries to speak publicly, etc. The nerve damage to that tongue is something that still lives with Mox.
Here's something to keep in mind. This is the biggest night of Nick Gage's life. Not of his career, of his life. And it will be that type of enthusiasm he needs when you have to dig down deep and find out what you're made of.
Oh, Mick. We're about to find out what Nick's made of inside of his skull here. Blood, just hundreds of cuts all over the body of Jon Moxley. We haven't even gotten a good shot yet of the damage done from those barbed wire punches.
Gage digging down. Hearing the support of his gang in attendance, as well as Doobie Donovan at ringside.
The first time these two met, it was June 6, 2009 in Townsend, Delaware. Gage defeated Moxley and Scotty Vortex in a Fans Bring the Weapons match.
Wrapped around his face with the barbed wire, dropping down with a neck breaker.
This could be it, guys. 1, 2.
Oh, Gage able to kick out.
Gage letting the fans know, letting his gang know there's no quit in Nick Gage. Nick Gage wears $150 sneakers in the ring when he does death matches. Sneakers that will be ruined after one wearing, but he does that for his gang.
He's wearing barbed wire as well.
I've said before, what makes the death matches so special, it's man against man, man against himself. The obstacles, the weapons, they become the man versus nature element. I'm going to add another element, man versus history.
Wow.
These guys know. They know what others before them have done. I don't think either one of them will be satisfied unless their name is etched up there among the greatest, if not the greatest death matches in wrestling history.
And speaking of etching, I love the juxtaposition of the violence going on in the ring with the beautiful doves and geese, swans etched into the glass. It's a very big juxtaposition, guys.
Up on the shoulders of Moxley. He's got Nick Gage looking to put him through the glass, but fighting off the shoulders.
Catering.
Speared through the glass, back first.
Moxley hit that glass so hard. Let's take a look, Mick Foley. He had him up in that Death Valley driver position, but a couple of well-placed elbows from the King created the separation for Nick Gage to hit him with that spear.
And Nick came in low that time after taking the back body drop.
Very smart. Nick Gage is a dangerous man. Nick Gage is a smart man. And Dewey Donovan is a freak.
Moxley in a world of pain right now, chair laid across his chest.
The chair at this point is almost gentlemanly.
Down with all of his body weight across the chair and the chest of Jon Moxley.
And now the King back to his feet in front of his people,
almost
Nick.
like a marquee to Queensberry rules there.
Wow. Getting classic, getting traditional. Oh, man.
Busting that tube to use the jagged edge as a weapon.
What an honor it is to have you here, Mick, as part of this event, Mox versus Gage, redefining independent professional wrestling as we know it, or dare I say, redefining professional wrestling as we know it.
Just slicing away at the head with the edge of that broken tube.
Oh, God, look at that.
Going back to 1983, Sergeant Slaughter, Iron Sheik, I'm going to quote Gene Okerlund, man's inhumanity to man.
Yes. I quoted Jesse Ventura earlier, but you got me beat by a country mile.
You gotta go back to the classics now.
Yeah, man's inhumanity towards man. The animosity builds up and the public hype, the demand. And you know what it's like, Mick, to be in a war like this, to feel that adrenaline and to feel a crowd behind you like this. You've been there.
Some people are going to shy away from the feeling of their own blood flowing down their face.
God! This time it's Gage with his own pizza cutter, putting it to use. The referee can't believe it.
Referee just threw open his mouth a little.
Unreal.
Whether or not you like the feeling of your own blood, nobody likes a pizza cutter.
No. Taking him on a tour the other side of the ring.
He's the tongue. No!
Back to the mouth once again.
Jesus Christ.
He's got a child.
This is just, he can't decide which part of the face to ruin faster, the mouth or the head.
Moxley's on record as saying when that crowd gets going, it motivates Gage, takes him out of the zone of being a normal human being, almost superhuman.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. You get that adrenaline and just the feeling of having well over 1,000 people waiting on your every move, cheering you and backing you, believing in you.
This event has been sold out since day one.
Yeah.
Day one. So people here, they're not coming here because it's another option at Atlantic City. Every single person made a choice to be here.
And let it be known, this match was not even yet announced when this show sold out, Mick Foley. Even the great Mick Foley being added was added after the show sold out. However, if it wasn't, that would have sold out the show. I'm just saying.
Saito suplex and running clothesline from Moxley. Combination of maneuvers as that bundle of tubes waits.
Beautiful DDT by Mox. One.
Kicked out at one.
Just so you know, the negotiation with me and Brett Lauderdale to call this match, I walked in, I said, hey, can I call the main event? He said, we were going to ask you. I said, I'm in.
Oh, that's great.
Cutter and landed on the tubes himself.
This could be it.
Oh, very close.
Very close.
And it shows you the power of social media. When Mick Foley was announced for this event to present that title to the winner, there started to be that buzz online. People were asking, can we get such an eloquent, violent gentleman like Mick Foley to drop knowledge on the mic? And here we are, Mick. What an honor, what a thrill.
Indeed, I love the idea of being part of history. Back when I was the WWF commissioner, WWE general manager, I wouldn't be content to be backstage for things that I thought had the potential to capture lightning in a bottle. And I would walk out there so I could be part of it. And that's the way I felt about this. I didn't want to watch, didn't want to look through a curtain. I wanted to be part of the action.
And we're glad you're here, Mick Foley, and we're glad to everyone that's using that hashtag, Mox versus Gage. The king of the death match and the Death Rider Moxley.
Just exchanging hard forearm shots. Both men on their knees here, battling amongst the glass. Both men a bloody mess.
And lacerated in multiple locations.
The back of Moxley just torn to shreds from the glass.
The determination of Gage.
Headbutts in succession. Both men back on their feet. Another headbutt. Several of them now from Nick Gage.
Wait a second.
DDT.
Mox took that ride hard. And again, you got to notice the canvas just littered with shards of glass. You're not just hitting your head on the canvas.
Just came running at him with that chair to the head. Another bundle of tubes courtesy of Dewey.
Oh, man. Do the do indeed. Dewey Donovan is demented. He's the perfect corner man for Nick Gage. Here we go. Gage with the Otani face wash. I wish that was in 3D. Because that glass went right through the camera lens.
Man, looking to follow up with the pile driver. Moxley trying to block.
Just trying to plank, adjust that body weight.
But falls victim to it right on his head. Leg hook.
New champion coming up. Oh my God, how close can you get, Mick Foley?
Gage making the sign of the cross. It crossed my mind, who is he praying for? Praying for the safety of his opponent, praying for the victory, praying for his own safety.
Praying for the longevity of his gang. I'm not sure. It could be anything. But shades of Otani, that Gage face wash, devastating on its own and multiplied by 1,000,000 when those tubes get in the middle.
Chair in hand now. See what he has in mind.
Look at Moxley. Moxley's in so much trouble here. This is a match Moxley wanted.
Just torn up the back of Moxley. Still stuck in the back, that light tube glass.
And he's just bleeding profusely.
Leaking that life essential blood. Moxley's down a few quarts, it looks like. And it's given Nick Gage all the time in the world to arrange some plunder. You could see the blood of Moxley splattering everywhere in that ring like a murder scene.
The crimson mask.
Yeah, exactly. Wearing the crimson mask. These days, we're used to seeing suntan oil dripping down faces.
Yeah, tanner on the canvas.
Get a tanner, yeah. No kidding. No one takes the Norman Bates shower anymore, but both these guys are going to be doing it tonight. This is off the charts.
Pane of glass placed between those two chairs. See what Nick Gage has in mind here.
Gage wants that title back. You know he wants it back, Dave Prazak. He's got to get it back. But to do that, he's got to take Moxley out, and that's way, way easier said than done.
Is he going to go for the pile driver off the ropes through that glass?
Oh, my God.
He's trying to hook it. Moxley trying to block. Fighting it off.
Moxley got Nick Gage in trouble for the moment. Kind of an even battle between these two.
Biting
Back to the biting. Is he biting his nose?
Looks like it. He's fighting for the advantage here as Moxley now.
I will say biting a nose way easier than just biting a head. Oh, my God!
Oh! Through the glass!
But it was Mox taking most of the damage there.
Absolutely.
Oh, his back is just a mess.
Slowly rolling toward his opponent to go for the cover.
1, 2, 3!
And he got it. Nope. Yes.
Unbelievable. Moxley has done the unthinkable.
Match, and still, Game Changer Wrestling World Champion, Jon Moxley.
Let me just say this. Jon Moxley's been waiting for this moment for 10 years to show and prove to the world once and for all that in a true death match, he can topple the king. Mick Foley, Dave Prazak, color me shocked.
I'm just looking at that back, knowing a little bit about what goes on inside Moxley's head. He's been in front of 64,000 at the Tokyo Dome. He's been in WrestleManias. This is going to be up there with the biggest moments of his life.
Jon Moxley.